Let's take a look at the critical events that have escalated tensions in the region. In April, Israel conducted a strike on Iran's consulate in Damascus, killing 13 people, including 2 Iranian military commanders. 13 days later, Iran launched about 300 missiles and drones directly at Israel. In July, Hamas political chief Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated in an Israeli airstrike that targeted his accommodation in Tehran. In September, thousands of handheld pages and walkie-talkies used by Hezbollah exploded across Lebanon and Syria in an Israeli attack that killed 42 people. The Israeli military then launched an extensive operation in Lebanon with more than 650 airstrikes against Hezbollah targets. By the end of September, Hezbollah's leader Hassan Nasrallah was killed, and an Israeli ground offensive began in southern Lebanon. On October the 1st, Iran launched another significant attack against Israel, firing some 200 ballistic missiles. Tehran said it was in response to Israeli military operations in Gaza and Lebanon, as well as the killing of senior Hamas and Hezbollah leaders. Abas Aslani is a senior research fellow at the Center for Middle East Strategic Studies, joins us via Skype from Tehran. Good to have you with us. So first of all, I wonder if we have entered now a new phase, because this is it not, the first time that Israel carries out a strike on Iran that it actually directly owns, unlike the strike on its consulate, which was attributed to Israel, unlike the strike on Iran in April that again was attributed to Israel. This time we've had a military spokesperson come out and own it directly.
Sami, yes, this has been the first official direct strike by Israel against Iran that they have admitted to. And, there have been 2 narratives following that operation. One narrative from the Israeli side is saying that this has been successful. On the Iranian side, they have been undermining the efficiency of the operation, saying that that was a weak operation with limited damage, inflicting on those sides in Iran. And this seems that, Iran might be having a reaction in future, depending on the investigation and discussions being made in Tehran about the dimensions of this morning's attack by Israel. But whether that reaction from the Iranian side is going to be a direct one or an indirect one, that's yet the question. This will need some time in order to be able to respond to the question. And that operation from the Israeli side was expected to be a massive and an inclusive of strikes against Iran's nuclear facilities, as well as energy-related infrastructure. But this ended up to be some limited operation against some military sites, and with the Israeli side trying to magnify and to exaggerate the achievements, and with the Iranian side trying to downplay the accomplishments for Israel. And this indicates that maybe with the quality of the operation indicates that Israel may be encouraged by the United States, want to avoid a full-scale war in the region. And Iran's, reaction, the initial assessment indicates that they might not be interested in a broader conflict.
Exactly on that point, reading the official Iranian statements, which are emphasizing more that this attack did not succeed, is that an indication that perhaps Iran will not retaliate for this attack on its soil?
Sami, I think Iran will react and respond to this. What the type of response will depend on the conclusion made today in Tehran. The initial assessment and the initial reaction here in Tehran indicates that maybe a serious or significant reaction, a direct reaction against Israel could be not much likely. But I think a kind of reaction, even indirect one, will come, because this is part of a tit-for-tat process. And this is the matter of deterrence that the 2 sides have been trying to push to the limits in order to redraw that line. And that's why I think Iran will try to respond. But at least in terms of the public opinion, paying attention to that, I think this operation happened very early in the morning. Many people were sleeping. They ended up to know about this attack when they woke up in the morning. So that's why it will make it easier for Iranian government to avoid that kind of direct strike against Israel again, and they can, as they have been mocking this operation, I think they can, bypass this issue. But this might be for a short time. But I think the risk of, again, a renewed exchange of fire is yet there, because with the election in the United States, by the time that we have officially a new president in the United States, I think the risk is there, and there could be some
potential for this to take off again.
Potential, yeah.
All right, thanks so much, Abas Aslani from the Center for Middle East Strategic Studies.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.